Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, it's quite exciting. Ren has just dropped like a couple of days ago a new music video, which I'm excited about. He's doing a feature with Token, who I don't know who that is, but that's what we're watching. That's what we're watching, guys. So I'm excited. I don't think there's much to say. I don't know anything about Token, so I guess we'll figure that out. But obviously we all love Ren, so like and subscribe to Token and Ren, and let's get into this music video.
I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? 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 As much as I do wanna love you, I feel like we're speaking two different languages. Your house had a gate and mine had instigating, so that's the environment we feel safer in. You thought it was crazy how long that it took me to tell you I love you, like that was the weirdest. I only heard dad say I love you with mom in the room when he went back to singing his lyrics. So how could you blame me, cause you always choose to. You always choose to. You wanna know where I be at all the time, but that's not what I'm used to. Not what I'm used to. You knew where your dad was at work or he's home when he's taking the load up. I didn't know where until 1:24 the day I got that phone call. And I let the phone drop. I'm trying to be my best to be a gentleman. I'm trying to learn, I never had the chance. I still look to my manager, but he gon' teach me how to be a rapper before a good man. I grew up afraid to find a letter on mama's dresser telling us goodbye. I'm used to it all, so you don't gotta hold back and cry. But I gotta tell you why I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
I'm not right for you, but I won't get up and leave. Cause I hate the pain that has colored my veins, that is present in solitary. What does your love look like? Does it look black and white? Is it your kryptonite? Do all your demons get louder at night and the voices get softened when we're intertwined? I've been going to therapy lately, cause the cause and effect made me hate the way that I feel when the loving gets real. Cause I just wanna run and escape the pressure that paints me. Pressure of safety, pressures of promises that turn to maybes. Pressure of bravely moving in the same direction. The pressure been driving me crazy. So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created.
Okay, I had to stop. I'm sorry, but I could have just kept watching, obviously. But so Token seems pretty cool. He's a good rapper. I'm just trying to think how to. The song's interesting, and I'm gonna put the subtitles on. Sorry, but I'm missing a lot of the lyrics, guys. It's obviously a song about relationships, which I let's just say I'm not the best person to talk to about such things. But yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. I'm not sure about Token, if I'm gonna be completely honest. He seems cool. Not as good a singer as Ren. That's just the way of it. His rapping's good though. But yeah, Ren's better, guys. Hey, don't hate the messenger. You know what I'm saying? Alright, let's keep going.
So my therapist said that these wounds that I kept were created when I was a kid. And just like that, all my thoughts raced back to a Welsh town, 96. My mother was crying, my father was screaming and shouting, denying the sin of deceiving and cheating and lying. The weeds are uprooted, the garden is dying, but still she she forgives. This cycle repeats, every night I try to sleep, hearing the screams through concrete, mothering peace, a vision of love, a lesson that fused with the cells in my blood, a lesson that taught me that love ain't enough and that love can be porcelain when times get tough. Flash forward 5 years later, sitting in the passenger seat of my dad's car with my maker. My dad looked shaken, turned to face him, the words that he spoke cut throat like razor. He said, Ren, sometimes love can be complicated, navigating a world that we co-created, and I've made mistakes but I will love you daily. And just like that, it's just me, my mum and my sis. The stress left mum disabled for a bit. I grew up fast then, cause I gotta be a new Ren. Strong for my sister, my mum at a loose end. Confused but moving through the confusion. My raw new love feels fake like what does your love look like? Does it tear your inside? Does it keep you up at night? My brother. Does it make you feel like a fist in your windpipe? Suffocate the feeling of what love's meant to feel like. Navigating you but I'm still not quite right. One night stand, make the pain stop one night. One more heart to the blade of my cold knife. What does your love look like?
I've had a really good life, let's be honest, and so it's hard to relate to that, but what he's saying is obviously childhood was interesting, and like the relationship between his mum and dad obviously was interesting, and then obviously that's hard on a kid, you know. You gotta, kids can't cope with that. You need, if your parents are constantly unhappy and yelling at each other and fighting, it's not going to be good for you, you know? So, and that will and can affect your relationships when you get older, because obviously you learn how a relationship is meant to work from your parents. That's where that comes from. So if you don't have good parents, then your relationship, I mean, it's not necessarily definitely going to be like, I'm not saying that if your mum and dad had a bad relationship when you were a kid, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have a bad relationship. But if you're not careful, it can definitely push you in that direction. That was the main takeaway for me from that. I'm sorry it took me so long to try and put that to words, but yeah, it's a good song. I'm very impressed, and it's got quite an interesting message that I have not seen in many other songs, if any other songs that I've ever listened to, which is impressive. So like the deeper message there is quite an interesting one, and is a good one to consider and think about. Yeah.
To feel like navigating you, but I'm still not quite right. One night stand, make the pain stop one night. One more heart to the blade of my cold knife. What does your love look like?
You realize how hard that I work and you told me you feel for me. If I lost all my motivation tomorrow, would you still love me? It's easy to love when I'm up, when I'm down and you leaving. You can't even give me an answer cause you never seen it, and that's why it's hard to believe it. If you needed help but I'm too far away, is it over for you? Maybe I'm just not the person for you, even though I still could be the soul for you. Maybe we are meant to be together, but our history got in the way. Your trust issues, my fear issues, too many issues at play. You yell fast, I get quiet, you wanna see more passion. I've seen what real yelling can lead to, so no, I don't have it. I grew up afraid to see holes in the wall in a room that was locked from inside. I promise I'm used to it all. You don't gotta ever hold back and cry, but I gotta tell you why. I'm not right for you, but I'm just what I should be. You try to change me, I try to change you. We never change, do we? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like? What does your love look like?
Huh. Okay, cool. Yeah. New album, guys. But yeah, that was an interesting song, guys. I did my best there to pull out what struck me the most about it, and the underlying story that was there. The I suppose you could call it generational trauma. Um, but if your parents have a hard time and they let that out and they show that they're having a hard time around you as a kid, and they're constantly doing that, and you're growing up, and that's all you see. That's the like your parents are what you aspire to. That's who you learn how to be a human from. Like that your humanity and your knowledge of the world comes from your parents. So if they have a messed up relationship, then it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. Um, yeah, that was my biggest takeaway from that. But there was a lot of other interesting thoughts. I couldn't stop and go through them all. I only got so much time for this, but yeah, interesting stuff, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll definitely listen to it again. Go like and subscribe to Ren and Token, and like and subscribe to me as well, 'cause that'd be nice. I'd like that. Cheers.